All right, I am at the gym. I have officially completed 3 weeks of my 3-week trim. So now I'm back at the gym here to get my after measurements. Obviously, I've been doing my measurements and my weight on my home scale, but I wanted to get back on the same scale and body scan machine that I did my original baseline at, just in the name of accuracy. So I'm here. I'm about to go in to get my body scan done. And we will see what happens. All right, I have the results, my final results from my 3-week trim. So if you remember, I started at 160.7. Today when I weighed in, I weighed 152.5. So I lost just a hair over 8 pounds in 3 weeks. So that is pretty good for me. Let's see, let's go with my measurements. My waist at the narrowest starting was 30 inches. This morning was 28 inches. So 2 inches lost. I am not mad about that. My waist at my belly button was 34 inches. And then this morning was just under 31 inches. I wrote 30.75. So again, almost 4 inches lost right there. And when you see my side-by-sides, you're gonna see where those 4 inches came from. My hips went from 40.5 to 39.5. So I actually did lose an inch around my hips, which I did not think was going to happen. I said it in, I think, my second video that I was like not surprised that my hips didn't move, and they rarely do. So 1 inch loss there. It's pretty shocking, but it's a pleasant surprise. And then on my thigh, I started at 22.5, and then this morning my thigh was 22. So again, I wasn't expecting to lose a lot of size there. So losing half an inch isn't really disappointing to me, especially because I can see more definition in my legs. So I'm really happy about that. So body fat went from 24% to 22.4%. So that actually, so it's about 1.5% change. I was hoping for that to be a little bit more drastic. I was hoping for like 2 to 2.5% change. But like I said, I still feel really good, and I can start to see and feel the changes in my body. And even though that's a little bit less of a change than I expected or than I was hoping for, I think that I'm on a good path here. And I think it's pretty good considering that I had Friendsgiving on Saturday, and I've had a couple cheat meals or like cheat treats, you know. I've had Starbucks once or twice, I don't know, but things that are not really supposed to be on my diet, even though I kind of forced them into my macros, things that weren't really on my diet, I did have. And then I did lose, I want to point out, I lost 2 pounds in skeletal muscle mass. And I think that that really has a lot to do with my sporadic eating schedule, because I really try really hard to eat after I work out, and I say it after every boot camp: make sure you eat, make sure you get some protein, make sure you get some carbs. But the reality of the situation is that me and my boyfriend go to the gym at the same time. My workout is 45 minutes shorter than his. So when I'm done working out, I sit at the gym and I stretch, or I sit in the sauna, or I do something, and then he's done, and then we drive 20 minutes home, and then by the time I eat, it's been almost 2 hours since I was done working out. Not blaming you, Ruben, but the point is that I think that that may have contributed to my loss in muscle mass, but also just because I was consuming less calories. So you do want to be careful about that. If I wouldn't have lost so much muscle mass, my body fat percentage would be a little bit lower because I would have more muscle. Other than that, like I said, I feel pretty good about it. It is vacation starting tonight. I am so excited, but hopefully I don't go too wild on my diet. I'm definitely still going to be doing workouts. I have to post some workouts for Burn Boot Camp, and my mom wants to learn double under, so I'm going to try to help her with those tomorrow. But anyway, so that was the 3 weeks. Like I said, I lost, 8 pounds. I lost 1.5% body fat, and lots of inches. So you will see in the side-by-sides, you will see the progress. I'm really happy about it. If you are someone who is trying to take on a fitness plan or trying to work off some weight, I really encourage you to stick with it. That was 3 weeks. That was not a long time. But the reason I had results like that is because I was disciplined. Now, was I 100%? Absolutely not. But I was focused, and I didn't say, oh, well, I had this caramel macchiato that I wasn't supposed to have, so now, oh well, whatever, I'm gonna get a cake pop too, and I'm gonna get a cheese Danish, and I'm gonna get a steak and egg wrap, and then I'm gonna skip the gym today. And I think that's what happens with people. They have one little cheat, and then they let it snowball into taking them back to the beginning. Whereas if you have one little cheat, and that's okay, don't beat yourself up about it, but you have to keep going. You have to keep moving forward. Otherwise, you're going to be starting over every single week. I mean, like I said, 3 weeks is not a long time. You just have to learn how to focus and have discipline. One of my favorite things, I told a girl that I used to coach about how I stick to my diet and how I, avoid temptation a lot, is I say to myself out loud, are you going to die if you don't have this? And 100% of the time, the answer has been no, because guess what? I'm still here. I've skipped many desserts. I've skipped a lot of candy. I've skipped a lot of things that were not good for my diet, and here I am still alive. It did not kill me to skip those things. So that's something you have to remember. You either want results or you want excuses. And so for me at this point, especially because it was on the internet, but not just because of that, just because, like I said, I wanted to do this for myself, but you can't have both. You either want to lose the weight or you want to have a glass of wine at the end of the night. And I'm not saying you shouldn't have a glass of wine at the end of the night, but also I have a lot of people that, will justify, oh, well, I had a long day. I'm tired. I had a really bad day. I just want a margarita. I've had a client tell me that. And I'm like, okay, what you can do though is change your mindset. I had a long day. I had a tough day. And instead of drinking a margarita, I'm going to go to the gym and work off my tension and work off my frustration. So now I've done something productive. I go to the gym, I burn tons of calories. Now I leave the gym feeling good because I did something productive. I have endorphins rushing all over the place. So I leave the gym, I go home, I need a shower, but you know what? I had a long day. I'm going to drop a bath bomb in the bathtub and I'm going to sit in the bathtub. And now I've had a long day and I've turned it into something productive. I've worked out and I'm relaxing in the bathtub. I did not need to have that sugary margarita or that glass of wine. So there's always a way to refute whatever excuse that you think you have. There's always another viewpoint of how to combat that. Having a bad day does not mean that you completely blow your diet. You know what I mean? Being tired doesn't mean that you don't have to work out. Being busy doesn't mean that you don't have to work out. There's always going to be a reason or a justification of why you should skip a workout or of why you should cheat on your diet. And I just want to tell you that there's also always a way to refute those excuses. Like I said, had a bad day. That doesn't mean you have to drink wine. That doesn't mean you get to drink wine. That doesn't mean you deserve to drink wine or a margarita or whatever. It just means you had a bad day. How you deal with it is up to you. Do you want to continue to move closer to your goals, or do you want to continue to have excuses and justifications of why you can't reach those goals? Yes, I'm a fitness professional, but I'm not like a superhero or anything magic. I have good genes, but I don't think that I have this magic metabolism that makes me lose weight faster than any other person. What I have is discipline. So if you are struggling with that, let me know. I can help you figure out what motivates you, because not everything motivates people the same. For me, I'm like, I'm going on vacation, I'm turning 30 years old, I want to look good. For someone else, it's not about looking good. For someone else, they're more concerned about playing with their kids, or for someone else, it's more about whatever your reason is. I can help you figure out what your motivation is, what's going to keep you on track. Because I feel good. I like feeling this way. And I want other people to feel this way. I hate that feeling of like, oh my gosh, I tried and I failed again. I don't want people to feel that way. I want people to feel how I feel right now, which is accomplished. Not at the top. I still have ways to go. I'm still learning. I'm still reaching, but I'm in a good, confident place. So again, if you have goals that you want to reach and you need help figuring out how to reach those goals, you need help staying motivated, let me know. And I will help you do that. Thank you for tuning in to my 3-week trim. I had a lot of fun learning how to be a YouTuber, and hopefully you enjoyed the series. I will continue to post some other things unrelated to this 3-week trim. Last time I said I was going to do a meal prepping video, didn't do it. At some point there will be a meal prepping video, and some other things. And let me know if there's any other things that you would like me to make videos on.